Good morning, everybody. It's Victoria Lorient Fabish, registered psychotherapist, holistic psychotherapist. Well, you know what? It's an interesting day here in Toronto because it's nice and bright here, and I hear that there's a massive nor'easter in so many other parts, so we'll take what we can get. I feel very blessed to be here. Hi, everybody. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Michael. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Michael Ballard. Hey, everybody's joining. This is good. And this is a good one. This is another juicy topic. And, as a holistic psychotherapist, I'm not just dealing with a person's brain or a person's talking head. We're dealing with the entire body. It's a mind, body, spirit experience. And what I want to talk a little bit about is the notion that, so number one, this is not at all about blaming the person for having symptoms. No. That's not what we're doing here. But it is a methodology by which we dialogue with the body. There are many people that are, including myself, that come across body symptoms, pain, body experiences that are not explained, that they don't know why that showed up. And by the way, the why isn't always accurate, but when we do this kind of work, but it's important to at least engage in, hi Michael, in a dialogue with the body, and I want to tell you a little bit about that so that you experience a little bit more empowerment with your symptoms, So case study, let's do case study. Someone coming in with chronic neck pain, and they've seen their doctor, and they've done their exercises, and they've done the chiropractor, and they've done all these things, but the neck pain goes away, but comes back. It's always, and it could be that they're having a sleep injury. That's, entirely possible. It's something I always consider as part of the equation. Interestingly, sleep injuries are very common. We sleep and we harm ourselves. But why particularly in that spot constantly? Could be their pillow, could be all these physical things. Yes, we take that into consideration. However, I like to refer to a number of case studies as the notion that let's have a dialogue with the body, because the person ends up saying to me, listen, I've changed my pillow, I've changed the way I deal with my computer, I've this and that and the other, I've done all these different, and the pain is still there. What's that about? What's that about? Why is the pain still there? Or, another case study, someone will be having a very, very challenging time in their life, and I'll talk about what kind of a challenging time, and they will have chronic low back pain. Chronic low back pain. And they've changed this and they've changed that, but it's the chronic low back. Or, they are constantly suffering from possibly stomach issues, a lot of, disturbance in the stomach, heartburn and all kinds of issues. And, they've done a lot of the work. Good morning, everyone who's showing up, and thank you for joining me. They've done a lot of that work, but the question is, why does it just keep showing up? I go about the business of talking, and hi Tracy, talking to people about body-centered work, which is to have a dialogue with the body. So what often comes from going deeply into the body by closing your eyes and focusing in on the area where there is that pain or that tension or that discomfort, what we normally find out when we go in and focus in is that when we start asking, so what is this, the key question, everybody, what is this all about? It's an excellent leading question for a person beginning to dialogue with their body. What is this all about? Question number one. What are you trying to teach me? Number two. And the key word in that sentence is trying. What are you trying to teach me? And that is important, that you first calm your body entirely and then begin the dialogue of what are you trying to teach me, and what is this all about? What that often yields is, I don't know. But then we go further and it's like, is there a texture? Is there a color? Usually there's a texture. It's dark. It's whatever it may be. It's bristly. It's, quiet yourself so that you can start to ask all of these different questions of the symptom. and notice. And again, don't take my word for it. This is work you need to do. And this is work over 20 years that I've seen occur, is when people start to dialogue with aspects of their pain or aspects of their symptom, what starts to occur is it will loosen, it will change areas. We will somehow make a relationship that thing that's in your body, which is trying to dialogue with you, is actually getting a voice. What happens to a child that's having a tantrum and you lock in an attic? I promise you that child will beat that door down. So don't just shut down the pain. Dialogue with it. Give it a voice. Give it an airtime so it can talk to you. And let's just say the case study of the person with the chronic neck pain, what we did over a number of series of sessions was discover that pain was very much about feeling like they couldn't communicate, feeling like that they didn't have the power in their life, in their experience, in their relationship to speak their truth because they were always walking on eggshells and they were afraid of anger. I mean, maybe some of you think, oh, that's obvious, but that person just didn't put the two together. And as a result, it was sort of an unconscious relationship experience. Her relationship in her mind was excellent. And in fact, it was not a bad relationship, but there was an anger issue on her partner's side. And so that became this journey of a reminder of the childhood, which was filled with walking on eggshells, filled with not speaking their truth. And then when they come into this adult relationship, they're repeating that trauma. And so what was happening was there was this terrible pain in the neck that was showing up. And when we were able to decode it, when we were able to understand it, interestingly, that neck pain was no more. It released. Now, one might say, well, she changed her pillow, or she this. But no matter what it is, we had the pain to look at, and we had something to gain from the information of the pain. And whether that pain was to come back or not, it always came back less, but it always gave her an opportunity to go, okay, how am I stifling my voice? How am I not speaking my truth? How am I stopping what it is that I need to say? Why am I so afraid? And that brought on awesome dialogue between her and her partner, which really transformed a lot. Let's take it to low back pain. Low back pain, I always lead with people who come in. Because they come in to see me, obviously, not because I'm a holistic psychotherapist. They're not just, they usually go, oh, well, there's a massage table in my office, so we're doing energy work, and we're doing polarity therapy, and we're doing craniosacral, and all these things. So it's like, you know what? They're coming in with body-centered stuff. And they are looking to decode it, and they're open-minded. So, and I'm encouraging everyone who watches this video to be open-minded about their pain, to not just feel at the mercy of it, to not just feel victimized by it, but actually take the reins in your hand. And yes, we need to sometimes medicate. We need to sometimes put a brace on it. We need to sometimes physio it. We need to change our pillow, whatever it may be. However, we really, hi Sandra, we need to understand that there is an aspect that we can work with. We're not just at the mercy of things. So low back pain, the first question I lead with, first, what's this all about? And all of that. But then if they're stumped, I'll ask the question, are you feeling, unsupported in your life? Now, many of you might think, well, oh, obviously, whatever. No, she may go or he may go, yeah, but that's just the way life is, isn't it? And I'm like, well, hang on a second. Let's explore this concept of feeling unsupported. I find that low back issues are very much related to feeling emotionally unsupported, whether they themselves are not supporting themselves. This is not blaming other people, not about blaming other people. This is about, am I not supporting myself? Am I not taking care of my being in a supportive way? Am I not advocating for my self-culture? It's not about blaming up, but maybe there is a relationship issue or a family issue or a friendship issue or a job issue, toxic boss issue. Hallelujah, that's a lot. There's a lot of that going on. Toxic boss, and then, you have to keep that job, and moving the jobs is, better the devil I know than a devil I don't. Not feeling supported. So, the energy work of the low back to the conversation, really focusing in on it. What's the texture? What's in there? Have a dot. What's this pain trying to tell me? And then usually it's trying to say, I need your support. I need your attention. I need you to stop always saying yes when you don't want to say yes. I need you, for example, obviously I'm not just, blanketing these things, but these are the kinds of things that a person may experience that would cause them to feel unsupported. And let's not forget, I mean, again, I'm a holistic person. We have 7 chakra centers, the base, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. And I find that symptoms along those chakra lines are going to be telling us a lot about what's happening. People with solar plexus issues, stomach issues, we have a range of areas to go. We may talk about the liver, which traditional Chinese medicine talks about. We store, anger in the liver, embitterment. Embitterment. Or we can talk in sacral, solar plexus has so much. The kidneys live in there as well. And traditional Chinese medicine talks about fear living in the kidneys. Gallbladder, stored frustration and anger. Spleen, too much, overthinking, underthinking. And then we can do, the meridians, the nervous system. So it's called what I call a fishing expedition. And what you need to do is go on a fishing expedition about your symptoms. Don't just let the symptom be there and medicate it all the time. Not to say that I don't like, a nice Advil when I'm having, cramps or a headache. I get that. But dialogue with it for a while. Dialogue with it for a while. Take a moment and sit with it. Be courageous enough to do that, to go, what is this all about? And what are you trying to teach me? And what are you trying to say to me? And begin with the questions, is there a texture? So here, is there a texture? Is there a memory associated with it? Is there an age associated with it? Is there an emotion associated with it? And write it all down and learn from it. Meditate with your body. Dialogue with your body. Body-centered psychotherapy. I hope this was helpful. I could go on and on about this topic, but certainly hop on over to my website, visualizationworks.com. Lots of information there. And my first book, Find Your Self-Culture, Moving from Depression and Anxiety to Monumental Self-Acceptance. I talk a lot about my process, and I bring in some case studies that are mind, body, spirit, this sort of dialoguing with the body and really decoding the messages that the body symptoms are trying to have with you. And my second book, which is Connecting, Rewire Your Relationship Culture, which is again about decoding what the messages are in the relationship, whether you're dating or you're into marriage or premarital relationships. So I'll be coming at you with juicy topics. Let me know different topics that you want me to talk about. And have yourself a fantastic day. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Ask Victoria is the name of the channel. And I hope to see you very soon. Have a brilliant day. It's a brightish day with a bit of a gray thing, but we are resilient Canadians. Take care, sweethearts.